I hope your summer is going well. It's an interesting summer, all kinds of things going on out there. There's various challenges here. Again, my name is Richard with Wisdom Investor. Appreciate you joining us here today. We're going to do a little bit of a channel update. This is going to be more of a video on a personal level here, just kind of give you an update what is going on my end. I haven't done one of these in quite some time. So I thought I'd take a little bit of time and just cover some things, what's going on my end. So just to recap, on this site here, we are talking about all types of questions, all types of areas about finances, investing, getting the highest interest on your money, dividends, stocks, mutual funds, ETFs. We also talk about Social Security, health insurance, just about every area of finances on this site. Here's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. We're going to talk about payroll, housing, Social Security, and investing. And this is pretty much going to be on a personal level. So in this first area here, payroll, we're going to talk about the payroll first. Basically what I'm referring to on that is I'm off anyone's payroll at this point. I had been working with a company for the last, maybe 18 years, a Fortune 500 company, large company. I chose to be off the payroll effective July 2nd. Does that mean I'm retired? Well, I guess in some forms I am retired. I do have lots of things to do, and so I don't throw out the word retired necessarily myself, but maybe I'm just in denial. I am no longer on a payroll. I'm no longer receiving any kind of income from any kind of company at this point. Now my wife still has maybe 2 or 3 months of income, so we will have that bit of income coming in until the end of the around October or so. But that's not a problem. We're pretty much going to be living off of our investments at this point. We'll get into Social Security. Just to give you an idea of my age, I'm 64 and a half. So I am eligible for Social Security at this time. Now the other area I wanted to talk about is housing. So we've got a lot going on housing. Now some of you who've been on this site for a while, it's been a while here, maybe a year or two ago, I mentioned that we had sold our house. That was about 3 years ago. We sold our house thinking that the market was at the highs and we were going to buy back in at the lows. And that was about 3 years ago. Well, guess what's happened? The prices have not gone down. Okay, the prices have continued to go higher, and I'll tell you why. So I live in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Vancouver, Washington. Now, a lot of people, when they think of Vancouver, they think of Vancouver, BC. Vancouver, BC is up here in Canada. We're in Southwest Washington, just north of Portland, Oregon. Beautiful area here. We've enjoyed living here. We've been here for about 27, 28 years. Been a great place to raise our kids. They're now graduated from college and they're moving on. So we decided to sell the house, perhaps downsize a bit, and then later, when the prices go lower, we would buy in at a lower price. Things work in cycles. Back in 2006, prices were at the highs. And then, of course, we had a meltdown in the real estate industry. Everything went down. So I thought, well, we'll sell at the highs and perhaps we'll have some type of a move to the downside. We'll buy at a lower price. Well, prices in our particular area have continued to go higher. And one of the reasons for that, a lot of people have left California and they've moved to all areas of the Southwest. People have left California and moved into Arizona, Nevada, Idaho, Utah, Oregon, and even Washington. And so what's happened is due to the low supply of housing, that's continued to drive the prices up higher. Of course, the folks in California sell out, they get a pretty big profit there. Housing has really increased in California, and they can come up into our area and pay cash and have money left over. So it makes it difficult on the people who live there. So right now, we're going to be moving. We have been renting for 3 years. waiting for prices to go lower. We're in the process of moving. We'll be out of here in the next few days at this particular house. Interesting thing is, We had plans to move either into Southwest United States, or even we thought maybe we'd go down to Mexico for a while. We've been in Mexico a few times and really enjoy the weather in that particular part of the country, especially in central Mexico. Well, with the virus being in most areas, it's really made us kind of rethink what we're going to do. Where are we going to move? Right now, we're going to stay in Vancouver for at least a few more months and then try to pinpoint where we want to go. Our overall goal was to be in the Pacific Northwest in the summer when the weather is absolutely perfect. It's the best climate in the world in the summer. And then maybe go to southwestern United States in the winter and have a warmer winter. So right now, that's where we're at with our housing situation. And then the next thing I wanted to mention is Social Security. So I mentioned I'm 64 and a half. I'm eligible for Social Security. Had a lot of topics here on the site about Social Security. I hear what everybody's saying. We talk about when the best time is to retire, when the best time to take Social Security. I have a lot of folks that say, take it now, take the Social Security now, enjoy your life. And I think that's important. I think they're onto something. Then, of course, others are saying, I'm going to work until I get full retirement age. Everybody's situation is a little bit different. Now, I have not taken Social Security yet. I'm kind of contemplating what I'm going to do. If I wait 2 more years to full retirement age, I will gain about an extra $350 per month. So I'm going to kind of weigh that. Now, the other side is I could take my Social Security now. I don't necessarily have to live off that, but I could save it and invest it, and over the next couple of years, that'd probably be somewhere between $50,000 and $60,000. So you'd have some extra cash sitting around. But then, of course, you'd be making $350 per month less than had you waited till 66 in 4 months in my particular case. So I'm going to contemplate that. I'm sure we'll get some various ideas from some of you out there on what to do. I can definitely see we're taking it now because you have no guarantee how much longer you're going to live. Now, I have some pretty good longevity in my family. I'm in good shape. I stay active. I'm exercising. I think I've got at least another good 50 years to go. Laughed out loud, okay? But that's what I'm shooting for, is another 50 years. So you've got to plan your money to make sure it lasts until your time is up. So I'm going to be contemplating Social Security here, what to do over the next few months. And then the next thing here, we talked about investing. On an investing side myself, those of you who watch our videos, I've talked about having a core investment of blue chips or S&P 500 companies, large companies, sound companies. So that's my goal investing wise. 50% would be in that core. 40% is going to be into income, generate the best possible interest. That could be in bonds or money markets, various ways. We're going to be talking about all that on this site over the next few months here. And then, of course, I do like to do some trading. So 10% here would be in trading either stocks or ETFs. Looking at the big picture, what's going on my end. Appreciate you hanging in there for the whole video here. So we've been talking about payroll. So I'm no longer on anyone's payroll. I'm off the payroll. Okay. Housing. I'm in the process of moving. We don't really know where we're going to be going. Interesting situation. We've got some good ideas, but we got to get moved out of this house by the end of this week. That's our goal right now, to get everything cleaned up and then go to the next level. And then I talked about Social Security. I'm not taking Social Security right now. I'm going to contemplate, do I want to take it now? I don't necessarily need it to live on right now, so I could save it, develop extra cash, or wait and pick up an extra $350 per month. Keep in mind, Social Security is very much like an annuity. It's like taking $300,000 or $400,000, putting it into a bank, and then they're giving you money each month. Plus, Social Security is inflation protected. It does grow with inflation. So that's a nice thing. And then we talked about investing. So I appreciate you watching. Leave any comments if you have any comments about things that you'd like for us to talk about.